welcome to Eye on Paulsboro. It is hard to believe, but Fred told me we have not done a new show since the end of October. Time just flies by so quickly. We're very sorry, haven't been on with more frequency. It's been my fault because of demand of schedule, but we have regrouped in time to put together our annual Christmas New Year show, coming again this year from Mayor Gary and Ray Lynn Stevenson's house here on the Mantua Creek. If you live here long enough, it's the Mantua Creek. Ray Lynn, thank you for the hospitality very, very much. And the house looks spectacular, by the way.
Well, thank you very much. It's our pleasure to have all of you here.
And you.
I have your coffee.
See, now we're fine.
Yeah, be careful.
We're going to have a wonderful show. Irma, it's hard to believe what your Christmas show is. Thank you.
They said 30, right?
30,
I guess, John. If we subtract 30 from our ages, that's when we started. But, John, our hair hasn't changed. Color, but never gray much.
And less of mine.
Well, the mine's still here. I sometimes wonder, John. Of course, the coffee cup never steams. But
we're inside.
John. But I'm so, we're just blessed to be here in Paulsboro and Christmas time again.
Very, very special. A lot of our usual Christmas show because people enjoy it. So Joe Giovanetti is going to join us with an extended cooking segment. I just started. We have a special guest tonight, Greg Armstrong, originally from Paulsboro, will always be a Paulsboro person, appeared in this year's 4th of July parade. He's going to bring us a Christmas song or two. Going to put some beautiful footage and pictures over that because a lot going on around town. And I'm certain there's going to be a few surprises because there always is. Irma, it's going to be fun.
And John, we will always say Merry Christmas.
And we will. Stay with us. We're coming right back as we ease into Christmas and New Year's, coming out of Hanukkah and heading into this high holiday season for everyone. We'll be back.
Multi-policy discount. Paperless discount. Paid in full discount. Homeowners discount. Safe driver discount. Chipmunk family reunion. Someone stole the nuts. Squirrel jail. Justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice. Think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like TrueTest paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice. Think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. If you have been over to what is now Rowan College at Gloucester County, or if you remember it as Gloucester County Community College, you'll see a spectacular building with the name of Scott on it. Well, many of you know watching this show, and for those who don't know, you're about to find out. That building was named for Virginia Scott, who's very sadly passed away, going better now on 2 years. Virginia was a Paulsboro resident, very, very active in town at many levels, and left quite a legacy. Board of Chosen Freeholders honored her for her long service at Gloucester County Community College by naming the building after her. But there's been recent expansion, so recent celebrations, recent additions. With me now is Jim Scott. Of course, Scotty was married to Virginia, and as I always mentioned to him, it's that public. He overachieved on that one as big time as you can possibly be. And Virginia's daughter, Rhonda Thompson, is with us as well because they were both there for the ribbon cutting as Virginia's legacy lives on at a place where she really had a passion for because we all know the opportunities that happen at that facility. Let's start with Scotty. First, Scotty, welcome. We got you in a suit on Sunday, and you're standing up.
Yes, and I just come from church, John.
Wait. Let's go slow here with the interview. You're in a suit on Sunday, and you just came from church.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Virginia really brought you a long way.
Well, John, I must say, I miss her a lot, and but my children stand by, and the one that I have here, Ron, and my oldest daughter, Janice. I think she left them a pat on what to do with me. So they're with me constantly, and I appreciate it. I really do. And the people in this town, like I say, I'm 91.
Wait, what?
I lived here all of our life. And, of course, your family is just like our family.
Scotty, I
love that.
Did you say you were 91?
Yes, John.
You are blessed with youthful appearance. I would never, I would put you at 62.
Well, I tell everybody I'm 19. Just turn it around.
That's the best. Rhonda, good of you to be here, and you really have worked to keep Virginia's just memory properly focused for those of us who do miss her.
Yes, I have, John. And this honor is just no words can express the continuation of what goes on with her legacy from one step to the next, and the Board of Chosen Freeholders and their support, and President Keating, and all the things that have gone on at that college. She would be more than pleased with what has happened.
Yeah, because she was with us, meaning she was alive when the building was dedicated. And I remember that part. And then this recent commitment to this new flow of how education and curriculum is going to be delivered, she would have liked that.
Yes, she would. She would be more than proud with the integration and the affordability of college students to be able to attain a good college education at an affordable rate. This is what she strived for. So it's more than pleasing for us.
Pretty special day, too.
Yes, it really is, John. It's well, like I see, each day is a special day, and we just honor and keep going along as we normally do, just as if she was there, So.
Yeah, a big void, by the way. And, we all have lost people, those of you watching at home. Everyone has stories to tell of those that you care about and love. Some people, touch people in different ways. Virginia Scott was just a really guiding light for many people, and we do miss her. But as you travel, if you get over to the community college, now called Rowan, I think it's called Rowan College of Gloucester County. Name keeps changing, and Judy McKenzie's in the back saying yes. And when you see Scott Hall, that's for Virginia Scott. And the ribbon cutting ceremony associated with its expansion was not only well attended, but very symbolic of the future for those who walk through the door over there and come out better. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
Thank you, and welcome back. Before we really get into the body of the show, we wanted to spend a minute and visit with Greg Armstrong. For those who are on social media, he has an active site. For those who saw our 4th of July parade or then saw the parade footage, Greg was a special guest and sung the national anthem. He is a Paulsboro boy at heart, presently resides over in Glassboro, and gets around. And Greg, you have started to put together a real troupe of people. Greg is gifted with a wonderful voice, which anyone who's heard him will easily agree with that. So you've begun to put together a troupe of people.
Yeah, John, this started, I guess about 10 years ago. I used to do the show alone over at the VFW, and I realized, who wants to look at a bald guy all night long singing? So I turned it into a variety show, kind of like I turned it into an Ed Sullivan. So I bring in a whole host of wonderful singers, wonderful entertainers. Every month we call it Second Saturday Covered Dish Night for the vets. All the entertainers do it gratis for our veterans. So we come in there and everybody brings a dish in, and we go from 7 to 11, and it's nothing but music and good camaraderie and good fun all night long.
And Greg, it develops a following. He brought the show into Paulsboro to Sportsman's Club. That drew a big crowd.
We just had a ball over there. It was so great coming back home again to my hometown. And to go right down to the Sportsman's Club, only a stone's throw, grew up a stone's throw away on Lincoln Avenue there. And we had a host of entertainers there. Danielle Spence, who did this marvelous Rosemary Clooney and Patsy Cline. Donna Lisa Campbell. We had a whole host of other ones who came in too. So, and that changes all the time. We always add different, newer, different entertainers, but it's all old school that people will be glad to hear about.
Very good. Greg also appears regularly at the Italian Affair restaurant. I have the correct, Greg, over in
Yes. Yeah, we were just there last night. Wonderful food. Joe Solano's restaurant is just superb, and it's a nice warm atmosphere. And I'm there probably about 2 or 3 times a month on a Saturday night. So come on out.
Well, welcome. And welcome to Eye on Paulsboro to Greg Armstrong. Paulsboro Boy Comes Home to bring us with a Christmas song or two as the program unfolds. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful song from the movie White Christmas, Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney. Together, singing this. When I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings instead of sheep, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. When my bankroll is getting small, I think of when I had none at all, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just remember to count our blessings instead of sheep. We live in the most wonderful land on earth. We have our families, our friends, the people close to us in our hearts. Count your blessings. I think about a nursery and I picture curly heads, and one by one I count them as they slumber in their beds. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings. Count your blessings, folks.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. White's True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, Master Mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and Rug Doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. White's True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. We hope you're enjoying the show. As is tradition with our Christmas show, really the centerpiece of the show is our visit with Joe Giovanetti, caterer to the stars. Always puts something together for us for Christmas. People enjoy watching other people cook. I know I enjoy eating after other people have cooked, but it's always fun to watch people cook. So Joe, thank you. Again, you come on short notice each year. You always prepare something that a person watching can prepare. It's not so difficult. So
that's what I try to do. I do easy things because, like you said, it's always last minute. And
that's because Irma and I have no planning.
It's a fun kitchen to work in. I love looking at this. Every time I come into town, I look off to the right and I see this beautiful house sitting there.
It's
a little jewel on the creek.
It is spectacular.
Or the crick. Okay.
The crick.
Crick.
Joe, pick it up.
Okay. Today we're going to make pork tenderloin, which is sort of like the filet mignon of pork, of the pork, the pig. What I have here, this is a very tender part of the loin. It's a little more expensive, but it really cooks up nice and tender when you slice it. When you get it, they have this silver skin, it's called. You don't want to cook that because when you sear it, it'll curl up on you where that is. So what we do is we just start by taking that off. It's real easy to do. You just slide your knife in there and then get your finger in there and you just take it off. It comes off pretty easy.
Joe, why would a butcher sell that cut of meat with that silver on it if it's always going to come off?
Because it's just so easy to take off yourself.
But aren't you paying for the extra weight?
A little bit, yeah. It's part of the deal, though. You don't worry about it. You just take it off.
But you would not cook that?
You could, but it like I said, when it cooks, it shrinks faster than the meat, so it tends to turn it into like an elbow. You don't want that.
No.
So it cooks much more flat when you do this. So what I have here is just this pork tenderloin, and then what we're going to do is we're going to sear it. So we want to put like a dry rub on it, and it's just cracked black pepper, salt, and some dried parsley. So we're going to run that on here and rub it all in. And you do all the way around it and on all sides. It's just easier to get in there like this. I'm going to roll it around. You don't want to do this too far in advance because the salt will start making it leach out the liquid and it'll be wet and it doesn't brown up as nice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drop it in this well-heated pan.
And no oil, Joe?
No, you don't need any oil in this because we're just going to char it on the outside. You could use a little oil, but you really don't know. With this non-stick pan, you're okay not using oil because we're going to get like a nice brown coating all the way around it.
So four turns?
It's going to keep the juices in it when we throw it in the oven. You finish it in the oven. It's like a braising method. Okay, while that's kind of searing away there, we're going to go and we're going to do, let me get this out of the way. We're going to make some eggplant parmesan, which was a favorite of mine growing up. My mom makes it still, I guess. I don't know if she makes it anymore, but that's why I learned how to do it.
I would not eat eggplant because I didn't eat eggs and I thought there were eggs in it.
There are eggs in this, but what we do is we take an eggplant, and I am serious about not using the skins. I peel the skins off. I've had eggplant parmesan where they leave the skin on. And all you do is you wind up, it feels like you got like some tape in your mouth. You know what I mean? It's no good. I don't like that skin. It's unedible, really. It's not very good. So I take the skin off, and then we cut them in these little rings like this. Little shapes about that big, about that thick. And then we're going to fry them. So I do the old three-step method. You put it in flour first. Okay.
All-purpose flour?
Well, this is flour. Yeah, all-purpose flour. And then I put some seasonings in there. I have a little mix, not for sale, but it's we just call it Joey mix because it's in the it's always in my kitchen. You know, it saves you a lot of grabbing 3 or 4 different seasons. It's salt, pepper, granulated garlic, a little paprika for color. So we powder these, and you take about as much of the you don't want to throw a whole lot of flour, and then we drop it into the egg, which is also seasoned. I have some already prepared, but we'll show you how I do it. And so the flour sticks to this, okay? The egg sticks to the flour, and then the breadcrumbs are going to stick to the egg. So it's a 3-step process. If you skip one of these steps, it'll still work. Well, if you just went from here to the egg and then the breadcrumb, it could tend to slide off a little more.
It's almost like a nursery rhyme, by the way.
Yes. What is it? Repeat?
Yeah, the way you presented that.
Say the nursery rhyme. I forget what I said.
It just sounded familiar.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so then we got a nice well-coated piece of this. And we want to do that for all of them, and we just drop it in this fryer. I like to use this little fryer because it, well, when I'm on a larger scale, I don't, but it stays a consistent temperature. So we're going to start frying these.
As you continue to do that, I'm going to look over to Fred. We're going to take a break here, Fred. While Joe continues to prepare, we'll come back to Joe, and we've got something to show you. I'm not sure what you're going to see, but you're going to see something. So enjoy the next piece, and we're going to go back into the kitchen as Joe continues, and we prepare the meal. We'll be right back. Enjoy the footage.
Hello. On behalf of the Mayor of Paulsboro, myself, and my wife, Ray Lynn, we'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy and safe New Year. 2018, we saw some great things for Paulsboro. Saw the Save-A-Lot expand their business, and they're doing a lot better every month. We also just got word that the Dollar Tree will be in early in January. A final construction loan was approved, and they should be doing their work in the next 2 months, and look forward to them opening by the end of January. Also, we have Thompson Avenue Project Phase 2, which will be completed this year, and that's great. I'll have new water, new storm sewer, and no more flooding, which is great news for our town. The Paulsboro Port has put in $150 million plus more dollars to create 2 more wards, which will create 1,000 jobs hopefully in the next couple of years. So that's a great news for Paulsboro. But our biggest thing is our housing initiative. Our housing initiative, we are in the process of tearing down 12 houses by the end of this year. And in place of those houses will not be vacant lots. It's going to be homes built by developers for home ownership for our residents here in Paulsboro, which is great. No more blighted houses and film and filth and crime that come with those things. Residents will now have a safe place to live and a comfortable place to live. So on behalf of all the workers at the borough, the police department, the governing body, the administration part, we all say thank you for being patient with us, and please be safe and enjoy your holidays. Thank you.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
Well, we're back. While we were away, Joe, of course, was handling his meat in the frying pan, and that was flipped 4 sides, Joe?
No, I'm going to want to see how we flipped it over. You can see here it's already getting a nice char on it, like a seal. And we're going to do all the way around. It winds up being like 4 sides. It's doing nicely. It's going to get a nice crust on it, which is going to hold the juices in. Meanwhile, we're over here and we're frying these little guys. I just flipped them once. They're, well, I don't want to splash you, Arma. Watch out for that oil. So we're going to keep throwing them in there.
Some people on the eggplant cut it thin.
Some people do cut it thin. I'm not a big fan of that because when I'm done, they look about this size.
It's almost a hockey puck.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Flyers could, use a little help with, But it's really yummy, and you can see it's well done in the middle. Tastes great. You want to try it?
Do you think there's more
Arma,
taste in a thicker cut?
Thank you.
Here, split. I'm going to have plenty, so,
Yeah, nice, Joe. Nice.
So we're just waiting to, let me see, flip this. I would start to build this right now, but it's not ready yet, so.
Oh, we can make pretend.
We can make pretend? Well, I can't.
No.
I don't want to build it when it's raw. These are almost ready. Meanwhile, we'll check the tenderloin. This is starting to get a little tinier. See how it's shrinking up? So that's done on that side. Then you're going to do each side, which winds up being like 4 sides. They flatten out. I made a sauce for the. We're gonna build this up. I'll show you what we're going to do here. This is almost. That's almost ready. Let me find a spot right here. Okay. We've got a little like a baking pan. We're going to fill it with some, this is some homemade...
gravy.
It's not gravy. No, there's no meat in this. This is all like, well, a vegetarian could eat, that eats cheese could definitely do this. So we put sauce in the bottom of the pan. And John, if you want to grab that cheese mixture over there.
Yeah, coming in.
I have never had eggplant like this.
What I have in here now, this is like, it's going to be like lasagna, but instead of, the lasagna noodles, you're using these breaded eggplants, Yeah. So what I have in here is ricotta cheese, parsley, some mozzarella, and some grated cheese, and a little bit of egg. And then we're going to just mix this all together. Yeah, you got to mix it, right? Yeah, that's no secret. And then there's a little bit of seasonings in here too.
Joe, that mixture could probably work in a lot of different dishes.
It does. This is the same mixture that I use for baked ziti, stuffed shells, ravioli. This is pretty standard stuff, in American Italian cooking.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks real good.
So this is going to. All right, John, why don't you do, here, you hold this for me. We're going to take these out. They're ready to go. And then I put them on this little, wow, they sound good. Hear that noise? That's making me hungry. So these are going to go, I put them on a little rack like this to get the, the oil coming off of them.
And Joe, what oil
you can use a paper
cooking?
towel.
What oil are you?
Just vegetable oil.
Just vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
The virgin oil.
All right, now what we're going to do, these are a little hot, but we're going to take, and what we'll do is we'll fill this pan on the bottom all the way around, but since I don't have enough ready yet, I do have one done in there. I'll show you what I'm going to do. We're going to take that, and then we take the cheese mixture, and I like to make them like little individual ones, so they're easier to serve. I mean, you could do it like a lasagna, where you just cut chunks out. But I think it's kind of cool to just take one out, and then we take a little of the sauce, put a little sauce in between, just like you would with a lasagna or what have you. Then we take another one, put it on top, and then another one. Then I put a little of this a little more of the cheese mixture on top. You guys with the ooze aren't really not enough ooze tonight.
That's because you're overwhelming them,
sauce
Joe.
on top. And then now this here whole shebang is going to get filled up. We'll continue filling this up, and it's going to go in an oven at like 340 degrees for about a half an hour, where it all will melt down.
I was going to say, because Joe, at that point, you're just melting it, right? Because the eggplant
well, you know,
is cooked.
when you put it in the oven, like this cheese mixture is cold, so that'll get hot, and it'll all kind of, you know, stick together. And then when you take it out, you let it sit a little bit, and it kind of comes together again. If you take lasagna right out of an oven and start cutting into it, like some people I know that annoy the hell out of me, they do that to me. I go, don't do that, because as soon as you cut it, it just goes all over the place. But if you let it sit a little while, it sets up and firms back up.
Very good.
And
this is a natural break for us here. We're going to take a break, some more footage for you to see, some more music, some more pictures, we hope. I'm not sure. Because when you see the show, I get to see the show. Not sure how it comes together. We'll be right back. We'll continue with Joe in the kitchen. Enjoy the footage.
All right.
You better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry, better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry, better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes, he's on his way. He's got toys all over his sleigh. Santa's coming to town. Here he comes. Merry Christmas, folks.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, master mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and rug doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. We hope you're enjoying the breaks as we go from the kitchen on to whatever else we have. We hope you like it. Joe, why don't you pick it up from there?
Okay. Well, the pork tenderloin is browned all the way around, and that's going to go in a little, this is just the perfect size, oven-ready dish for this pork. And it's going to finish off in the oven. Right now, it's still a little raw in the middle. You want to use a meat thermometer, and when it hits 140 degrees or so, it's done.
A meat thermometer?
A meat thermometer.
Did your mother ever use a meat thermometer?
She probably should have a few times, but sorry, Mom.
I'm telling you.
No, my mom's a great cook. But listen, now we have some, you could put any white wine you want in here or red wine, we're going to use a little wine. This is called Baron Fini.
It seems to be from
Her favorite, Virginia. It's from Virginia Scott. We're going to put a little bit of wine in this, just around to have. It's going to like cook in that liquid, and then I'm going to add a little chicken stock.
Just for me, Joe.
Yeah, set that down. A little chicken stock in there, and then I'm going to put a little of this seasoning on top, and in and around. Because it's going to continue to cook in there, and these juices will all get mixed up. This is going to go in the oven. It probably only be in there another half an hour.
You want to go
we'll just put it over here. I'm going to get the one that I have. Now, I have some that are already done.
Well, put that one in and take one out, just like television.
Yeah. Well, okay, I just walked over and put that in the oven.
Well, no, you actually have to do it, Joe. Because people aren't going to trust TV.
He's making me work. Like, I don't really want to work. Okay, so look at these. Now, I already did these. Look at these beauties, right? They're already done. See, the wine is turned, that's like natural pan juices in there.
And Joe, what happened in the oven that it went from 1 to 2?
1 to 2. Oh, yeah. Well, I wanted to have enough to feed everybody.
I thought maybe there's more to that story.
Hold on. So now we're going to, if you give me that green, what I have is a little bit of broccoli rabe. We're going to serve this on a bed of broccoli rabe. Let's see, I'm running out of room here. Okay. Okay. Now, I have some hot peppers here too. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take this and we're going to start to slice. Look at them. That's just right. Yeah. And pink, it's okay. It's a little pink these days because pork is good at 140 degrees and that's 140 degrees. You don't want to cook it like they did, in the 60s where they just cooked it and cooked it and cooked it, because there's much better care taken in the pork production methods nowadays. This is going to go on here so you can see them. And I'm going to put this other one on here too. I'm going to make it look real nice. You want to take you can put them right over there.
I'm going to give this to you to pull now.
Now we're going to serve these in the size. These are called like medallions. Okay, goes nice with the broccoli rabe.
Beautiful, Joe.
We're going to put that there. You're going to see this pretty stuff here. I have.
Just call me Irma.
We're going to sprinkle some of these hot peppers. Little bite of this with some fresh hot pepper. And then I've got the pan juices. Okay, get ready. That's going to go over the top. And then just for a little fun, I'll take one of these and I split them so that you know that there's some hot peppers on there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, so that's that, and then we're all going to have a good time chewing on this, right?
Yes.
Is there anything in the oven still?
Yes, there's one more thing in the oven. Yep. Let me go get it.
Best part of the show, folks, by the way.
Yum.
We'll see what comes out.
Hold on, guys.
Now we're holding on. I'll sip on coffee.
Okay, now these are the eggplant parmesans.
Oh, yes.
Each one's like ready to go.
There we go.
Individually, get me a nice little, I have a little spoon here. I can serve that with this right here.
You want to work with that?
I'm going to steal this spoon, and if I have something, we could just show you how it's going to look. It serves nice. It's kind of come together. Look, it's not sliding around.
Oh my God.
That's a big plate for this. Who wants to eat off of that? I just wanted you to see how it looks, but you would serve it like individuals like that. That's a nice serving. We're going to give everybody some, okay?
Yep, we're going to move from this room, eventually make our way into Ray Lynn's beautifully decorated dining room. Joe, we can't thank you enough. Nice meal, by the way. I mean, an easy meal. Give people your phone number because I know you're very busy. You've been very busy. Things have been good. Cater to the stars.
Great Christmas season, going right now.
And you've been feeding some pretty important people other than the group here
today. Some fun jobs. Yeah. Some fun jobs over in the city. I'm all around the tri-state area. Yeah.
And a phone number for people?
My phone number is 609-876-0612, or check me out on Facebook, Giovanetti Catering and Joe Giovanetti's site. I'm always putting things up there for fun.
And as Joe says on the catering side, any occasion a pleasure.
Any occasion a pleasure.
Works
People love to ask me, but do you do a 61st birthday party? Yes, any occasion a pleasure.
Nice, Joe. Nice. Thank you, Joe. Merry Christmas to you. We'll be right back. Enjoy the footage.
Friends, it's my blessing to greet you. In this Christmas, I want to bring you a message from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, where it says that the angels brought a message to the shepherds that they were watching their sheep during the night. And they told the shepherds, the angels, that they had news of great joy. Then in this Christmas, I have been thinking about how we can bring joy to the people around us. And I think that it's very important that we do that we think about ways of bringing joy to our family and friends. Sometimes it is about making a phone call and showing them that you care for them. Sometimes it's about sending a card and showing your appreciation. And sometimes it's just talking to a person who is sad and show them that you care for them. And that's very important. And then that's my invitation for you in this Christmas. Think about how you can make the people around you happy and joyful, and bring joy to them as the angels brought joy to the shepherds that night. That's my message for you. For you also, I wish you a Merry Christmas, happy holiday. I wish you that you are blessed and you're doing well, and God prospered you in many ways. We are at St. Paul's United Methodist Church. You're all invited. You don't have to be a member of the church. If you need any kind of support, counseling, we will be there for you. Again, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God be with you now and forever. Amen.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have, or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
Something for the holiday season for everybody. Merry Christmas. It's a marshmallow world in the winter, when the snow comes to cover the ground. It's time for play. It's a whipped cream day. I wait for it the whole year round. Those are marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen trees. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. All the world is your snowball, see how it grows. That's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. Oh, it's a yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar day, but if spring is late, in winter it's a marshmallow world. It's time for play, it's a whipped cream day. I wait for it the whole year round. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. Oh, your world is your snowball. See how it grows. That's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is your snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. Oh, it's a yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite girl. It's a sugar day, but if spring is late, in winter it's a marshmallow world. It's a marshmallow world. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, John.
Multi-policy discount, paperless discount, paid in full discount, homeowners discount, safe driver discount, chipmunk family reunion, someone stole the nuts, squirrel jail, justice.
Countless discounts. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Thinking about a new appliance or an LCD TV? Don't think twice, think Weiss. Weiss True Value has a full line of LCD TVs plus a great variety of appliances. And of course, hardware items like True Test paints, master mechanic tools, electrical supplies, key duplicating, and rug doctor rentals. And for repairs on screens and windows, look no further. Weiss True Value, from making keys to selling appliances and LCD TVs. Don't think twice, think Weiss. 39 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
For everything, there's a season, and a time for everything under heaven. A time for sharing, a time for caring, a time for remembering, and a time for parting. When that time arrives, let Beth McBride Foley and Thomas D. Foley at the McBride Foley Funeral Home help you in your time of need. Offering a wide variety of funeral services from cremation to traditional, McBride Foley Funeral Home has been helping families with the loss of a loved one with over 50 years of combined service. McBride Foley Funeral Home, 228 West Broad Street, Paulsboro.
And welcome back. We're now visiting with Pastor Lopez. He is the new pastor of St. Paul's United Methodist Church. When I say new, he's been there almost 2 years. I can't believe we haven't had him on the show sooner. But we're very, 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 very happy he's able to join us now, and he has his beautiful family with him. So first of all, Pastor, welcome to the show. Welcome to your family. Introduce your family before you and I talk.
This is my wife, Odaisi, and my daughter, Gabi, and son, Matthew. Gabi is 13, Matthew is 3 years.
Well, very nice. Yeah. Nice to meet all of you, too.
It's a pleasure.
You're here for a little bit of time. St. Paul's Methodist Church is a mainstay in this town, a historic building sitting at Broad and Delaware Street with just a reliable congregation that has roots of generation. How's the adjustment been for you?
Well, the congregation, we are very happy. They have been a blessing. They're very welcoming. I mean, we feel like family here. And also the church is very active. We are involved in serving the community in different ways. Like we offer our Thanksgiving baskets. We do our Christmas wrapping. We help the local schools and in Christmas. But I mean, the kids that they have need in the schools, but also we serve with Feed My Sheep, which is our feeding program, and we are happy to serve the community. Also, there's new people coming in, and that's a great gift of the church, that we are a welcoming church, and everybody that comes to the door, they really feel like they feel in family.
Also, along the lines, you mentioned Feed My Sheep, with Irma often mentions in community notes, but occasionally I'm heading out of town early in the morning, not a morning person, but I'm actually have to be awake, and I'm awake, and I see once a month or so that some of the church group is greeting people that are heading to the bus stop.
Yeah, that's what we call our Corner Cafe ministry, and during the summertime, then they go every Tuesday and they welcome people in the community, and that has been a blessing to those walking in the morning in a cup of coffee, and also it's a way to connect and offer hospitality.
I think it means a great deal. St. Paul's Church, with a rich history, as I mentioned, a long history, and we've been blessed in these recent decades to have active pastors serve that congregation that have also reached out into the community. I take it that you feel the same way based on what you're saying.
Well, yeah, St. Paul's, I mean, is a pillar in the community, and I have heard about the pastors have been there, and they have been very involved in the community. Probably had to do more about that. But I know Pastor Kevin, who was before me, he was very involved, and that's great, because, I mean, our main mission of the church is to serve and make disciples for the transformation of the world. And I believe that every pastor should be, doing that. Ministry in the church should happen mainly outside of church walls, and that's very important.
Well, and as you and I are visiting, I'm noticing that the pastors are getting younger and I'm getting older as things are passing. Now, Pastor Lopez, you do know that Pastor Kevin often sang on this Christmas show. In fact, we had to fight him not to sing.
Well, I don't do that, but I can pray. I can offer a message, and I can do other things.
I think you're doing just fine, by the way. And we will have a Christmas greeting from the pastor as the show unfolds as well. But let me again extend a belated, very warm welcome to your family, because we're neighbors. I live right down the street from you on Broad Street. The responsibility of being a pastor today, the need has never been greater for people, and fighting to get people's attention, to take a moment to offer thought. We live in a very distracted world.
Amen. Yeah, I think that, my take out from that is that it's about bringing unity. I mean, we're living very divided times in the country, and then my commitment is how we, people who are different, we can work together, and we can work for, very important for the welfare of this community. And that's very important. And that's what I'm trying to do, and saying all the time, telling the people, I love you no matter what. It doesn't matter what your background is or you think differently.
Sounds like God's work.
Amen.
Yes, no, very good. On your bulletin board, the electronic bulletin board in front of the church, you make the times are mentioned for services. Do you have to be a member of the church to attend? No,
everybody is welcome. We have our main services are on Sunday at 8:30 is our early service, and then at 10 a.m. is our traditional service, our main service, and everybody's welcome. We are there to serve the community. It doesn't matter what background you have, you're welcome to our church. Our slogan in the United Methodist Church is open hearts, open doors, open minds.
Very nice. And a personal thank you to the church congregation. Got a lovely note. Apparently you had a service recently recognizing some people in the community that had passed away. My father was on that list. I couldn't be there because I was traveling, but it got just a beautiful note, and it meant a lot.
Yes. Every year we have our All Saints service, and it is a blessing to honor those who, for us, they're saints. They're people that were important in our lives. And then it's also an opportunity to reconnect. And sometimes it's about giving a hug and support a person that their loved ones just passed away recently. And I mean, I love that service. It has a great meaning to me.
Wonderful. I love my father, too. I don't think I've ever heard him called a saint, but I can tell you his sister, who is a nun, will like to hear that. Thank you, Pastor Lopez. Thank you. And very nice to meet the family, too. And welcome to town. And we'll be right back.
Life is a journey that we travel with a lot of uncertainty. When your family is faced with change and you're in need of understanding, direction, honesty, and professionalism, we at the Landolfi Funeral Home have a tradition of assisting you with all of your needs in any way that we can. We offer many affordable funeral services. Please feel free to call us with any questions you may have or visit us at www.landolfifuneralhome.com.
Rizzo Family Chiropractic Center in Gibbstown offers pain relief with a difference. Using specific chiropractic adjustments, Rizzo Family Chiropractic will get to the root of your problem quickly. Bring your headaches, neck, back, joint, or limb pain to Dr. Karen Rizzo. If you have recurring pain, chiropractic can help. Rizzo Family Chiropractic can relieve many sources of pain without extended treatment and ongoing therapy. Give your family the gift of caring professional pain relief with a difference. Rizzo Family Chiropractic.
Come on down Route 55 to the Millville Airport. Visit Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms, a gun shop with a woman's touch. Buying, selling, and trading firearms and military items, especially seeking World War II, German, Japanese, and American items. Buying single items or entire collections. That's Smith & Jackson Military Antiques and Firearms at the Millville Airport, 21 Peterson Street, next to the Glasstown Brewing Company.
Remember, we're standing in the same place where we started.
John, that's a good sign. That's a good sign because, you know, my son's an undertaker and I don't want to be that side of the grass yet. Too much to do. My mother's 98 in Shady Lane. She's the mayor over there. I'm very blessed, John. Very blessed that you and I have been buddies all these years. Never a crossword. Never think John will call me at 2 o'clock and say we're shooting at 6. You know, sometimes I've had to wear hats. But, John, we're very blessed to be here in Paulsboro, to always be here. If I could be buried here, I would be. But
we can talk to someone.
Yeah, talk to God, babe. Yeah. But no, John, we're very blessed. We are going to say Merry Christmas. We're going to say Happy New Year. We're going to say Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. I'm going to sing Baby It's Cold Outside. And I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. This is America, John, and that's why we're here. It's Christmas. We're going to celebrate Christmas or whatever you want to celebrate, but we're in Paulsboro, and we have that Paulsboro pride.
I don't know what else that other than to say for Fred Buchner behind the camera, for Amy Cook, who's sitting on the couch keeping track of this, and for Bill Crane, our producer, who couldn't be with us tonight. We thank all of them for putting the show together and all who helped put this together on short notice. Hopefully we'll get a little more frequency back. But let me add this and say, try to make every day as much of Christmas as you possibly can. You'd be surprised how much better a day is when you smile at someone and you get a smile back. The world needs all the kindness it can find. So Happy New Year to all of you. Happy Kwanzaa for those who are going to recognize Kwanzaa. And above all, a happy and prosperous New Year. And as Joe Giovanetti always likes to say, when you have a chance, say something nice about Paulsboro. Until next time.
You better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry, better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry, better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yes, he's on his way. He's got toys all over his sleigh. Santa's coming to town. Here he comes.